So what is the formula for a perfect credit score? Hi everybody, Dave Sullivan here for the Credit Guy TV. A lot of people ask, how can I get a perfect credit score? And I tell them it really doesn't matter. At this point, if you have a 760 or higher, it really doesn't matter. You're not going to get any better rates from a lending perspective. You might get a slightly better rate over 800 for insurance, but really anything over 760, you're probably good. But what is the formula for a perfect credit score? Well, I'm going to give it to you right now. I've seen a few perfect credit scores, and I've seen a few that were almost there. And it's very interesting, more so in the ones that are not quite perfect, I would say, than the ones that are perfect. The number one, obviously most important thing is no late dates ever. So never late on anything, on any account, no collections, no 30-day, no was 30, nothing like that. Okay, so good credit, and you need to have at least one bank credit card that's 30 years old. So you need a 30-year-old history, never being late on a bank credit card. Okay, that's a key kind of anchor to the perfect credit score. The other thing that I've seen on credit scores that weren't quite perfect, they had a few store-type credit cards that FICO does not give you as many points for those. And one of the factors that this 830 credit score, one of the reasons that that was not perfect is because they had a few store credit cards that listed that reason out right in the reason code area as, too many store credit cards is the reason they were not perfect. So you want to have really 5 to 7 bank credit cards is what you want. And all those balances, as you know, need to be right around the 5% of the high credit. Not zero, although some of the perfect credit scores have some accounts that are zero. But I tell people really 5 to 9% if you want to get the best score on a revolving balance as far as where do you keep your credit cards if you want to get the highest score possible. You need to have those other credit cards too, by the way, need to be at least 5 to 10 years old or older. So you need to have one very old credit card and then the rest of them at least 5, better off 10 years old. You need to have a mortgage, but it needs to be in the last 5 years of a 30-year mortgage. So if you want to be perfect, you need to have something like that on your credit report. A very long 30-year mortgage in the last 5 years, meaning it's nearly paid off, is another thing that will pull your score up to the perfect 850. Home equity line of credit, I've seen them with and without. I do like the home equity line of credit from a credit perspective because it does give you, I think, a real boost in your credit score. But that is something that I would want to keep if I was going to try for a perfect score. Now the other two things are nothing new. So you don't want a new credit card less than 5 years old, and you don't want to have any hard inquiries. Okay, so a hard inquiry is when you apply for a loan. A soft inquiry is when you check your credit on your own. So that is the formula for a perfect credit score. If you want to see more videos about credit and credit scoring, you can check these out here. But this is Dave Sullivan for the Credit Guy TV. So you, with a little bit of me, we're going to change the credit industry. Thank you.